Ryan Garcia and Teofimo Lopez had a heated exchange today at the kickoff press conference for the Fatal Fury event, which is set to take place on May 2nd in Times Square, New York City. What was supposed to be a routine promotional event quickly turned into a verbal battleground when tensions flared between the two fighters. The confrontation started when Lopez, the WBO light welterweight champion, became frustrated with the way the press conference was going. From his perspective, it felt too formal, scripted, and uneventful, making it dull for both the fighters on stage and the fans watching online. Lopez, known for his outspoken personality, wasn't willing to sit through what he considered a boring event. In an effort to shake things up, he began trash-talking and boasting about himself, trying to add some intensity to the atmosphere. However, his approach did not sit well with Garcia, who immediately pushed back against Lopez's comments. Not wanting to back down, Ryan fired back, saying, "That's how we're keeping it." The mood in the room shifted instantly, and what started as a polite and respectful event quickly turned into an intense exchange of words, setting the stage for an explosive rivalry leading up to their fight. Lopez seemed to view the entire press conference from the perspective of a frustrated fan, believing that it lacked the passion and excitement that usually fuel major boxing events. He even compared the atmosphere to an Academy Award speech, where everyone simply takes turns thanking people and avoids saying anything controversial. In Lopez's mind, this was not how a high-stakes fight should be promoted. He believed that the fighters needed to engage with each other, talk trash, and build up the drama to excite the audience. Lopez also criticized the event moderator, arguing that they could have asked tougher and more engaging questions to provoke reactions from the fighters, but instead, the conversation remained generic and uninspiring. Feeling the need to take control of the situation, Lopez decided to create his own energy, leading to the intense exchange with Garcia. However, Ryan wasn't thrilled about Lopez's tactics and clearly took issue with his attempts to make the event more dramatic. Instead of going along with Lopez's efforts to stir things up, Garcia responded in a way that made it clear he wasn't going to let Lopez dictate the narrative. Their verbal battle set the tone for what is sure to be a heated rivalry in the lead-up to fight night. Meanwhile, one of the most surprising aspects of the press conference was Devin Haney's complete silence throughout the event. Unlike Lopez and Garcia, who were engaged in a fiery back and forth, Haney barely said a word. It was almost as if he wasn't even present at the event. Lopez, never one to hold back his thoughts, even made a joke about Haney's lack of involvement, saying that they might as well have placed a cardboard cutout of him in his seat because it would have had the same effect. This remark highlighted just how little Haney contributed to the conversation. Many fans have come to expect Devin's father, Bill Haney, to be the one doing most of the talking for him, and without his father at his side, Devin's presence at the press conference felt almost meaningless. His unwillingness to engage in the verbal battle made it seem like he wasn't fully invested in the moment. This raises questions about how Haney will approach the rest of the promotional events leading up to the fight, and whether he will eventually break his silence to assert himself in the mix of rising tensions. At one point, Lopez tried to assert his dominance in the conversation by making a bold statement, reminding everyone of his status as a champion. He confidently declared, "Hey Turk, I'm your champion, the Ring Magazine champion." He wanted to make it clear that he was the one holding the prestigious titles and that he was the fighter to beat. However, Garcia wasn't having any of it and immediately shut him down with an aggressive response saying, "We don't give a F what you are, bro." This raw and unfiltered exchange further escalated the tension between them, showing that their rivalry is not just about belts or rankings, it's deeply personal. Lopez, known for his bold personality and flashy statements, isn't someone who backs down easily. and Garcia's defiant response only added more fuel to the fire. This moment made it evident that the fight on May 2nd won't just be about proving who the better boxer is, it will also be about pride, ego, and settling their differences once and for all. Fans thrive on these kinds of rivalries, and the more heated the build-up gets, the more anticipation there will be for fight night. Looking ahead, it's becoming clear that Lopez will have to take on the role of the main hype man for the rest of the Fatal Fury press events. If today's press conference was any indication, the promotional build-up for this event might not have the same level of intensity unless Lopez continues to stir the pot and create drama. The fact that Haney stayed silent and Garcia wasn't willing to fully engage in the trash talk suggests that Lopez will have to carry most of the promotional energy on his own. However, if Garcia decides to fire back more aggressively in future press conferences, this rivalry could reach an even higher level of intensity. Fans love grudge matches, and moments like these add excitement to the sport, making their upcoming showdown one of the most anticipated fights of the year. The big question now is whether all this trash talk and drama will translate into an equally explosive fight in the ring. Will Ryan Garcia be able to back up his words with a dominant performance, or will Teofimo Lopez prove that he is truly the champion he claims to be? With emotions running high and the stakes even higher, one thing is certain: this fight just became a whole lot more personal, and fans won't want to miss a second of it. As the press conference wrapped up, the tension between Ryan Garcia and Teofimo Lopez remained thick in the air, leaving fans eager to see how their rivalry unfolds in the coming weeks. The verbal exchange between the two fighters wasn't just for show. It was a clear indication that both men take this fight personally. Lopez, never one to shy away from confrontation, seemed to relish the opportunity to get under Garcia's skin, while Garcia, known for his confidence and sharp comebacks, made it clear that he wouldn't be intimidated. This kind of animosity often leads to an even more intense fight inside the ring, where personal grudges translate into fierce competition. Fans can expect the build-up to continue escalating as both fighters use every opportunity to gain a mental edge over the other before they finally step into the ring on May 2nd. While Lopez is known for his trash talk and bold personality, his ability to back it up inside the ring is what truly makes him dangerous. He has faced some of the best fighters in the division and has proven time and again that he can rise to the occasion when the stakes are high. His victory over Vasily Lomachenko solidified his status as a top-tier boxer, and he has been looking for another statement win to further cement his legacy. Garcia, on the other hand, is still working to prove himself at the elite level. While he has undeniable speed, power, and star power, critics have questioned whether he has the discipline and experience to overcome an opponent as skilled and battle-tested as Lopez. The war of words is entertaining, but in the end, it will be their performance in the ring that determines who truly has the upper hand. Beyond the rivalry between Garcia and Lopez, the Fatal Fury event as a whole is shaping up to be a major spectacle in the world of boxing. With multiple high-profile matchups on the card, fans are in for an action-packed night filled with drama, excitement, and potential upsets. The fact that the kickoff press conference already sparked so much controversy only adds to the hype surrounding the event. Promoters know that these moments of tension drive interest and increase viewership, making this press conference a strategic success in building anticipation. If this is just the beginning, it's safe to say that the next few weeks leading up to the fight will be filled with even more trash talk, social media call-outs, and unexpected twists. One of the biggest questions leading into this fight is whether Garcia can handle the mental warfare that Lopez is bringing to the table. While Garcia has a massive following and plenty of confidence, Lopez is a master at psychological games. He knows how to get inside his opponent's head and make them doubt themselves before they even step into the ring. If Garcia allows himself to get too emotionally invested in the trash talk, it could work against him when it comes time to perform. On the other hand, if he channels this energy into motivation and stays focused on his game plan, he could turn Lopez's tactics against him. Boxing is just as much a mental battle as it is a physical one, and this fight will test both fighters in more ways than one.